All right. Hello everyone. My name is Jaio, and this is Portal Stories Mel. It's a Portal 2 mod that released. I like to say what 9 years ago. I think it released in 2015. Um, and yeah, it is essentially a fully new campaign, new story, new characters, new music, new textures, and new gameplay, and a bunch of tricks that you normally don't see inside of a regular Portal 2 speedrun. So, without further ado, let's reset and get started. Time will begin when I say so because it's sort of in the middle of a black screen. I'll just say now when it happens. Now. So, yeah, kind of weird starting point for the run. So this first map is essentially a 5-minute long cutscene, but thankfully the developers are quite nice people, and they do include those little buttons that can open up the doors to the tram, so we can just go and skip the tram, and then just hop along to the end of the map, saving like probably 3 to 4 minutes. I forgot to turn on the dialogue so you guys can hear it. There we go. I just had that the audio off while practicing. So pretty much this entire first chapter of the game is purely movement stuff. So there aren't going to be any puzzles, no portaling really. It is just pure b-hopping, which if you're familiar with Source Engine or Quake Engine or any movement FPS, it's exactly what you think it is. If you're not, going in air is faster than going on the ground. You can accelerate a lot more while in air. So when strafing in air, you can gain a bunch of speed and go very fast.
So, when someone in a wheelchair threatened to sue,
it's a little bit of a cutscene here while we wait for this elevator to, or while we wait for this map to end.
I'm still working on those stairs, and those guys are working on getting new jobs.
This next map is a lot like the first map. Normally, it's a big long cutscene inside of this elevator, but the devs have added in secret hidden buttons that allow us to just get out of the elevator and fall down to the end of the level. So one is on the O of today, the 0 of 01, and then, of course, the door itself.
That's why we're taking on this new project.
Nowhere where a casual player could accidentally hit them, but somewhere that really helps us.
So, as I said on the last pre-recorded message, you'll be heading into an Aperture Science Innovators.
And of course, nothing new, just more movement.
Sleep, and then you're done. That's why we brought you here at night.
So the story of this mod is that you're not playing as Chell like in the base Portal games. You're playing as Mel, who's a completely separate character. This part of the game does take place in.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
That was weird. Like in 1950, whatever. And this is actually Cave Johnson that's sort of talking. But now we transition to far in the future.
Hello?
Listening to someone who is very obviously not Cave Johnson.
Oh, right, you can't answer. I'm so sorry, astronaut, Olympian, or war hero. There was a slight problem with the test. Don't worry though, we got shot okay. Nothing's different, nothing's changed. Just
very obviously things are very dilapidated, as we've been in that vault for God knows how long.
Had a few of my scientists make what's called the yellow device.
And immediately, we skip that single portal gun that both Portal games have, and we jump right into having the good old dual portal gun, or all reliable, as it's called.
There's an open door nearby. Should take you out of the building. You'll need that new test to move around. Don't worry though, we built.
This map is a lot of just portal movement. There isn't really a puzzle here.
Don't worry
it's just
about
making
that.
sure that you portal quickly.
Don't mind all this too. We just had
which, not gonna lie, I'm not doing too well today.
Even shook up time a bit. Some stuff from the future got here. Yeah.
See, we're revisiting past locations like the lobby and the outside area, like the start of the previous map.
I know things might look different than what you're used to, but while you were spending that little time sleeping, we had some Aperture Science nanomachines come in and build. I think these switches were designed for 2 people. Maybe your new test can help.
A little warning
Now,
for stream
I
tech.
just want to make
Turn down
sure
the
you
game
know
volume
something
a
before
lot.
we go any
There's a
further.
very,
We
very
have
loud
these
noise incoming.
New inventions called emancipation grids in place to prevent objects from moving around to other tests. Now, some guys decided that it would be a good idea to make one.
It'll be right past this door when a
And
pipe
install
falls.
one where people needed to go through. Well, that's meant to happen.
That was
Just to
it.
test your reflexes, you know, after your short sleep.
All right. So after those first 5 or so maps, we have actual test chambers now, and of course, in the same vein as normal Portal speedruns, we're not going to be playing through them as intended.
Ah,
In
yes.
fact, since we
Bravo
are
Volta,
introduced
the-
to
hold on.
gels
Fifth,
right
that's the
away,
track. Yes, fifth. You'll need a portal device to get through. Sorry, I meant.
we have the good old ability
quantum
to
tunneling
fling
device.
and bounce straight on top of
It's in
the
your hands right now.
end of the
Scientists did their
chamber
job. You'll do
and
fine.
enter the elevator, skipping both that test over there and the test that's in there. Since we didn't complete the test chambers, we do have to wait in a silent elevator though, so that's a little bit boring. This chamber is going to be a little bit better. We'll play the start of it fairly normally, but ironically enough, it'll end the exact same way with us jumping directly on top of the chamber.
This record says they didn't make that until the 70s. Never you mind that.
Just like
solve
that.
Science.
We go strafe around to this other part of the building, which I have
Solve
missed.
Science.
We can strafe around to this other part of the building, which I have missed.
Solve Science.
Getting a sense of deja vu here. Strafe over to the... There we go. Use the cube to sort of prop us up. Nope. Reposition the cube so it's in a nicer spot. There we go. And then we can just hop on this vent over to hit a level transition trigger. To end the level. Which I am having trouble hitting. There we go. So, of course, just like all the previous levels,
Get why I said all that, right?
we are going to be
not have my one chance of escape have a panic attack and die
jumping
after
on
years
top of
being
the
suspended in a
chamber
faulty relaxation
and hopping
vault,
around.
which
What
could
I
be
just
a
did
real
there was called a
possibility, because
super
as my
portal,
records show, the old
and there'll be a
tech
few
could
more of
cause
those throughout the
heart
run.
attacks.
Essentially, what I did was I got stuck inside the ground using portals. I then shot multiple portals while stuck in the ground. And shooting a portal while you're inside of a portal gives you a little bit of speed. But since I'm stuck in the ground, obviously I can't go anywhere. So the speed just builds up. So yeah, I can sort of launch myself.
Jaio should help you get past those turrets.
It's gonna be a little bit of RNG here, since I do. What? This is interesting. Here we go. A little bit of RNG as I have to deal with standing on top of this turret, which, if you've ever played a Source Engine game, standing on top of props is the worst decision that you could ever make. And just that little hop on top of the turret there and shooting through the fizzler saves like about a minute, I believe, compared to the intended route.
All right, look, I'm sorry for what I said back there. We're in this together. You're my ticket out of the junkyard down here. I'm your
All right.
ticket to the outside world.
The next level needs
I'll
a
do
little
my
bit of
best to
explanation.
keep the insults at a minimum.
This level here It's very, very difficult. One of the most difficult maps in the game. Not difficult because the trick is hard. It's difficult because the trick is stupid and RNG and physics. People lovingly refer to this map. Well, the map is called Ramp. People refer to the route on it as Ramp Route, naturally. So we have to go straight into this cube on the orange gel, which speeds you up. Jump when touching the cube so that you gain some height, and grab the cube so that you can bounce yourself on it like that to reach the ending elevator.
You're my Olympian.
I think that was the 4th or 5th try. That's not bad. Not good, but not bad. Similarly, like the trick in Ramp, what you just saw there, called Firestorm Skip, kind of relies similarly with launching yourself through colliding with props. It's not the exact same, but it is similar.
I can't believe that worked.
Put out the fire there. Fire is dangerous.
Before something else happens. Wow. If you'd been there a few seconds earlier, you'd have been incinerated.
And the majority of this map is just sort of navigation and movement.
Okay, bad news.
Which there is a lot of in this mod. A lot more than in base Portal 2.
The sensors maxed out ages ago. Warning lights, woo, going crazy all around. This just got a lot more serious. All right, you're at quality control.
There's a test cube dropper there, which is nice. I'm not sure if I shot that portal. Okay, cool, I did. So we could get gel to bounce around.
So, Mel, why don't you take your time? Look around here. I'll try to slow the rising goo down a little bit harder, I guess. Just
I'm gonna try a little trick here. I'm not sure if it'll work. But in Portal 2, obviously, you could jump on top of props when you're not holding them.
The doors are locked.
So I'm gonna try to grab this clipboard here and jump off of it.
Was a bit strange sometimes. Try turning some machinery
that didn't work. I think my timing was off. But it is possible to sort of go around the fence there,
I mean, great.
which does save a
That's just
couple
great.
seconds of time.
Can't we get through a room once without stuff blowing up or blocking our way? Wow.
That was a regular reportal to give myself some extra speed.
Whoever built this place
And
must be a great architect.
Gonna do a little bit of movement to get up to the very top of the room so we could activate the vault door up there.
It controls the hatch.
And then we're gonna do another super reportal to fling ourselves up.
Records show that
And this super portal will be very complicated for me to do. So I have to line up coordinates for that first portal. I have to do some very precise coordinates here. Do a quick save load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the main part of this category, which is inbounds SLA, save load abuse,
not a genius like me, but
allows
still,
quick saves and quick
take
loads
the elevator up to me.
to be
I'm in
used
the
to
junkyard
perform
just
glitches.
outside the hatch. It's
This is
finally
different
time
to
for me
normal
repay
Portal
my
2, which
duty.
is no save load abuse. So meaning stuff like that is possible.
Oh, great! You're here. I can
And there will be
finally
a
get out
lot
this
of SLA
technological
throughout this run.
nightmare. If you can get into the offices, I'm saved. You just. Hey!
Alright, so who's this mystery voice that we've been listening to? It is Virgil, who is a core that we have just passed.
Hey,
We'll be picking up
Mel.
later.
Nice to finally see lights. Check. Camera. Check. Action.
There he is.
That floor was getting
This is Virgil.
very
He's our
cold.
companion throughout the
My
game.
motherboard was almost going
And
critical.
unlike most Portal mods, he actually does stay a good guy throughout the entire game.
Much better. Get me
Spoilers,
back on
I
track
guess.
again. Let me go back
But, like,
here and,
good
get
spoilers?
your elevator so we can get out of here.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe. There's a pretty long cutscene here, so to entertain myself, and I guess entertain you all while watching, I prepared a little game.
Detecting security override at sub-basement 26.
Little game of Tetris.
Initiated.
Override
this will
generator
work.
override command.
Oh, that didn't work. All right. Oh, I'll reset that. That wasn't good. Spins don't really work in this version.
Detected in facility. Commencing termination program. 3 targets acquired. 1 organic. 2
But yeah, this is a little,
At least I can
I
get
guess,
you out of here
config
now.
Tetris
We'll
that
worry
a community
about
member
that voice on
made.
the intercom later. I'll meet you upstairs.
It's very fun.
toxic contaminant level
And I'll be playing it a lot since there were a lot of cutscenes in this mod.
rising. Time to contact with enrichment center. To be determined. Flooding procedure commencing.
I don't even know if this will work. No, that didn't. Wow.
The elevator, it wasn't going to my testing track, so I
No.
rerouted the lift. Luckily for you,
I'm gonna
it's
keep
not too
resetting
far
this, by the
away.
way.
These things can take forever.
So this map
sometimes.
is
And there's no magazines to read. So
this map
annoying.
includes the hardest trick in the game, at least in my opinion. And is a pretty movement-heavy fling.
It's not the best
It's also one of the
world,
coolest
but it'll do.
looking routes,
Let's see if I can
I
just
think,
get
in
this door
any
open and get
Portal
us out of
2
here.
mod ever.
Okay, sorry, I can't help you with this
So
testing
let's see if I
track.
can get this
All active
done
science AIs have been programmed
relatively
to not help
quickly.
with solving the tests. Track. All
But yeah,
active
it
science
involves
AIs
a
have been
re-portal
programmed
here,
to-
flinging myself
All
through
active
a
science
portal,
AIs have been programmed to
which
not
I can have some
help
issues
solving
with.
the tests.
There we go.
I can, however,
And
test to
completely
see if
skipping
everything
over
still works.
the entire chamber.
It's been a while since I fell off that management rail and plummeted down into that pit, so
The second part of the chamber also has
my absence,
a skip in it where you can just hold the cube up to the button.
I'll keep trying to take control back. In the meantime, keep going through the testing track.
Hardline bridge control center activating. Hardline bridges coming online. Toxic contaminant level from testing track.
You'll see there's a lot of messing around with cubes in this mod, which is just sort of something that has happened.
I'm still working here. Seems like I've got to hack this thing. Come on, Wi-Fi, don't fail me now. I've got a good signal strength.
Ooh. There we go.
Yes! I finally broke into that
And
thing,
this
I'll try and learn
chamber
more
here will
about
be our
what's
first
going
instance
on.
of a mechanic called
But I'll keep you
funnel
posted.
fly. Funnels are these. There we go. These little mechanics that allow us to, move stuff around in air. And
It seems that
there's a way to
thing is
trigger
using some
or to
biological
bug the
tracking
funnels
to
so
find
that
out
you
where
essentially
are.
have zero
Getting to
gravity,
the elevator
because
to
the
next
game will
test,
think
I'll need a little bit
that
more time.
that the player is inside a funnel when they really are not. What's nice is that zero gravity effect transitions between
I
levels.
think we'll be in the clear for a little bit, but
So
somehow I can't get access to the final target, or even learn what it is.
which is nice
Whatever
because
it is,
now we
it's
can
enough to cause this thing
use
to
all
blow
this
up
funnel
into
stuff.
control down in the salt mines.
Activating Aegis firewall.
I just tripped an alarm in that thing's mainframe. It completely locked me out.
And here we have our first instance of what's called a
Fire.
button stick glitch, or BSG.
I'm going to reroute some of
There are
the
two forms
walls.
of BSG. You've just seen both of them.
That should shut the
One way
firewall down.
is NoSWA,
Opening.
which was like that first button, and those two by the door were SLA button sticks.
Mel, are you alright?
That obviously requires save loads to perform.
Walker detected at server level. Server
You'll be seeing a lot of those later. Quite literally, the entirety of Chapter 4 is nothing but
The plan to
BSGs.
flood the servers worked. I should be able to get you back into the testing track. Let me open these for you. Well, with those servers gone, I think he'll have a much harder time tracking our movements. I'm working on getting control of the elevators, so just hold on, get through this test, and I'll. I got some control.
Yeah,
again.
we can just finish
There's
off
another
the
lift
the
transfer
chamber,
down
the
below.
last chamber like
Hold
that.
on. Activating the elevator now.
With the good old funnel fire abuse.
testing track direction compromised.
Hey, look, another cutscene. Let's play Tetris.
100%.
Let's reset that Tetris run, because that's not a good one.
Biological tracking. Target lost.
So even though spins don't really
Rerouting
work,
the elevator
slides do
worked.
work
That got
fine,
his
so...
attention. Don't expect this to get any easier now. Keep going. There's an easy test track up ahead. Maybe you can gain some ground on it. can handle a lot of harder tests.
So this map sort of marks a halfway point.
Track designed for new test subjects. You should do this really quickly. I've got a plan.
There we go.
Mel, over here.
There's a little bug there with
Change of plans.
cubes.
I found a panel that I can move out of the way.
With you being able to essentially walk through cubes.
I'll
Or
tell
walk
you
through
more
doors. Like there. And it looks like I shot through some glass there.
Always well prepared.
I
guess you already knew
That's
that
a mechanic
that cube
called
would come in handy.
portal placement
Have you
helpers.
done this before?
They're basically bubbles that you could shoot anywhere inside,
Through there is a
and
crappy
the
backstop
portal will
chamber Gladys
place.
was designing before
That
the
one
device.
extends out a little
Never
bit too
finished,
far,
but it should at least be working.
which allows us to sort of shoot that portal from inside the wall. Oh. Gonna do a BSG there to get this button stuck down. Do a little strat called cube on head. Take a guess as to why it was named that.
Opening panels near biological target. Scan.
Oh no. Oh wow, my save is all the way back here. Bro, come on, please. Cube on head can be a bit of a tricky fella here. There we go. We're gonna initiate funnel fly here.
Opening panels near biological target.
And I'm gonna play it very safe. I'm gonna wait till I bonk my head here before I continue. I'm gonna need to do a quick save load so I could glitch out my fly. Glitch out the glitch, if you will.
I told you
To make sure no one from No Glitch is allowed to use this. I accidentally jumped, which not good if you have zero gravity, so I'm going to reload a save.
You to be careful. Next time might not be so forgiving.
And I'm going to fail a reportal. Do a reportal to get me some speed. So I could bounce down off that wall over to the elevator. So the fly that we got from this level, we're going to be keeping all the way till the end of chapter 4. So, and to give a little bit of spoilers for chapter 4, it's going to be fly to a cube, grab cube, BSG the door,
I don't exactly know if everything is working properly anymore, but we don't have a choice.
There is not much.
Dragging on target.
It's a very easy chapter to understand, if you will.
Huh? It worked? It's blind here. Oh, no. No. There's some stuff here blocking the path for the elevator. Hold on for emergency brakes.
A little bit of Tetris.
Just climb on out of here, and let's
that's
get
fine.
moving. Whoa, that was close. You
Fun
could have
fact
been in
available
there.
alongside
Oh,
Tetris
wait,
is also
you just
Minesweeper. But I think Tetris is a bit more fun to play.
Ooh, these are the old offices I was talking about before. The humans left these behind.
Sorry to all the
when
Minesweeper
she
fans.
gassed them with
I mean, I'm a
neurotoxin.
Minesweeper fan,
Because
but
this is an
in the
abandoned
sake
track,
of
it's
Portal
no longer
2
connected
here,
to the rest of the computer
and like
systems.
mid-run
And these shouldn't be
gameplay.
able to lock us out here. These computers should contain a lot of useful information for us.
We have a little bit of waiting here. Not enough to play Tetris. Just enough to sort of fly around here.
Password. Admin. Did you just?
The password was
override the
admin. Fun
controls?
fact.
Anyway, I think there's some info here about Vegas. I'll keep working.
Guess
as long
Aperture
as you
security
keep going.
systems
So,
aren't
get
that
back
secure.
to the testing track and get
All right,
started.
so let's see. I ran through the checkboxes earlier.
Oh, I should also let you know. I won't
Let's
be able
go
to
through 'em
run.
one by one
Map
here.
materials are kind of non-existent here.
Get to
Unless
cube,
I wanna
check.
Fall off another one and end up back in the junkyard. You won't be seeing much of it
BSG a button.
right now.
Fail.
There is a
Fail.
lot of information stored
Win.
in these computers. It'll take
Done.
me some time to sort through these and come up with a plan so we can get rid of Aegis. According to the systems, the talk.
Why did I load? I definitely pressed
and come up
use.
with a plan so we can get rid of Aegis. According to the systems, the toxic goo is still rising. You should continue to move through the tests and.
That chamber only has one button, so you don't need to stick the other one. I'll stick the non-existent other button.
So many cat pictures.
Once again,
with biological scanners,
head up.
recalibrating sensors.
Fly to
Well,
button.
it seems that we won't be able to stay in the plant-filled test chambers much longer. It seems to be able to adapt to
Place
our
button.
actions quite well. We need to come up with a
Now
plan
this
to
chamber,
take them on.
this one specific
Head on.
chamber is a lot more complicated
You can continue solving
because
these
there is
tests.
a lot more to it.
Hey,
Because
Mel,
there's some lasers,
you
there's
have
some
no idea how hard it is to
other
move
things that we
around
gotta
here.
mess with.
Anyway, remember
There's also the possibility of a
those
crash,
from all the way
so
at the bottom of the facility? Those guys
hope
have
I
no
don't get a
security
crash.
systems installed. It should be really easy to reprogram them to destroy Aegis instead of humans. If we go down
Oh,
to a turret
hang
production
on.
line, we might be able to produce friendly
Oh,
turrets.
one really annoying thing about this level is that the debris can leave you flying instead of landing on the ground. Not like that. Whoops.
If we go down
Yeah,
to a turret
so
production line,
I have to go
we
and
might
sort
be
of
able to
move
produce friendly
around
turrets.
here till I can go somewhere where I can fly. Shoot orange, shoot orange, shoot orange, shoot orange. There you go.
Test subjects rated that as one of the hardest tests in this track. I heard that it was made by two particularly crude
That is very
scientists.
much not the intended route, by the way. If you could have guessed. Alright. Once again, let's pull out the checkboxes.
I'm still sorting through all those files.
Get to
There's
button.
terabytes
Push
of
button.
emails. I'm trying to find something that
Grab
can help
cube.
us. Did you know you can increase the size of your core
BSG.
2 easy steps?
Done.
So, apparently, the records on these computers are kind
Get to button. Push button.
out of date.
Because of this fizzler, we do have to get over to the
recompile a new
end.
version of this testing track sequence.
Did I just BSG that? I did! That's cool. I've never BSG'd that like that before. This model we could shoot through at the edge, which is interesting. Grab cube. BSG number 1. Place button. Go to end. Chapter 4 is very repetitive. But thankfully, this next map, we're going to start off with a little restart there. Whoops. Because we are going to be doing this button stick, good old-fashioned. So no cube, no save load abuse, lining up a position, and holding W, like a good little Portal 2 runner. And we're going to be doing, once again, a super reportal to get up to the end. Except I'm going to need to retry the super reportal. We could do a portal bump. I think I need to shoot orange, yeah.
The next chamber is the broken one. From there on, you'll have to move fast because
Yep.
that's the last chamber with
Now
plants.
we are at the final stretch of the game. The next, this map will be pretty much entirely movement.
Hey,
course, a lot of bee
we're
hopping
finally at the production facility. I've been
until
able
we
to
get
find a rail
to,
a bit further on.
chapter
We're going
5, the
through
final
main
chapter.
storage queue menu.
Organic threat presence shown on scanners. Reacquiring target.
Again, if there's one thing that this mod does incredibly well, it's the world building inside Aperture.
It's,
We go through so many like building and testing areas.
Press buttons? No, it's a total waste. You should be able to slip through the
There we
door
go.
if it opens. Don't stay too long though. Those doors will close with 5,000 pounds of pressure. The human offices are up those stairs. there are no cameras in this part of the facility, so Aegis won't be able to trap us. Still, we've got to take him out if you want to leave this
And we can see all these custom office office rooms.
Through the offices, I'll go through the service areas. Did you know that Aperture Science weighted storage cubes have to be bulletproof?
Little conveyor
There
belt
you are.
section.
I thought maybe somehow you managed to get lost. Anyway, we're almost at Aegis' part of the facility. Mind your head here. Those metal plates will hurt if they hit you. Can you believe it takes 6 of those plates to make it?
I've just turned on a full bright,
Ridiculous.
which is allowed due to some monitor differences, not being able to see dark areas. But literally inside of this section, it is not just dark, it is literally pitch black.
Careful.
So,
Just a bit further and we can get to the mainframe rooms. There's a hole in the
I
floor.
have one bit
ahead.
of SLA here to skip an elevator animation. Gonna do 2 save loads to clip through the bottom of the elevator. Transition to
Look, Mel,
4 access.
I just wanted to say something. I
So,
couldn't have done any of this without
core
your help.
access.
If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck down there. in
Starts
the
off with an
junkyard
extremely
office.
complicated
Probably
super
my
portal.
battery backup would have
Jumps
run
to
out in a
an
few
extremely
days.
precise
So,
portal shot,
thanks.
and then some weird
Let's
prop
get this
movement.
done. Whatever
This is a
happens,
very,
I
very
believe in
complicated
you.
level. A lot of big precision. I'm gonna save back here because I have a feeling that I will mess something up.
Detected in Central Hub. Countermeasures activated.
428, not bad, not great.
In order to get to the Aegis core,
Let's
we need to
do that.
unlock the doors and replace the turrets.
There we
Once
go.
that's done, we should have a clear shot at Aegis. Let's get going.
Ooh. There we go. Remember to myself to shoot orange. It's a little solo reminder. It's extremely precise shot, literally down to 3 decimal places.
Put your employee copy of the intrusion system core mainframe.
We're gonna have some extremely, extremely awkward movement here,
External intrusion detected. All remaining power
and it might take me a little while just because this movement
intrusion detected. All remaining power
is so
detected.
so
All
inconsistent.
remaining power diverted. All remaining power diverted to. Or diverted to.
Let's see, why is this?
Venturing line. Venturing line. Venturing line.
Uh-oh. Load a separate kick save.
Or diverted to. Sorry, manufacturing line.
Be a bit safe here.
Increasing to 350%. 350%.
Ah, right, the turrets. Well, it seems he's diverted.
Oh.
Well, it seems he's diverted all the power.
One more. Okay, now we're good.
Which
Line up a little
hang on.
shot to get back up
Hang
on top of.
That's not so bad.
Make sure that's
Get
pulled.
back
The lever.
so bad. Get back to the elevator room.
There we
Time
go.
to turn the tables on Aegis.
Gonna do one kind of precise shot. Whew, and we have just skipped 2/3 of the map. All we have to do left is this final area here where we replace the turrets. Because believe it or not, if I don't go through this area, then it is literally impossible to complete the level.
Look,
Because there's
you're
a
clever. Now the turrets
death
will target
trigger
the server banks
right at the
instead of
end.
you. If we wait, alright, that worked. I knew that would work. Totally knew it would work. Well, anyway, the turrets are ours.
Nope, let me
now.
through, please.
Now get back to the elevator room again. Time to bring the fight. So that didn't work. Computers got. Oh, forgot to mention. Those turrets were automatically.
And also, yeah,
replaced
these
by
turrets
the
will
system,
kill you
as
if
it
you
read that there
didn't
was
complete that
an
last bit.
Update to the turrets' targeting systems. Every update,
All
they
right.
get replaced to
This
make sure
is
the turrets
the
are
final
the most
map.
up to date they can be.
You might think it's something
And to
crazy
prevent
because
hacking.
we did all that crazy stuff
Scratch
beforehand.
That.
This map includes cutscene, portal shot, pressing E on the final button.
Elevator. Once we shut down Aegis, we should be able to
Not
use
that
it to get
complicated.
you out of here. Unfortunately,
And
there
timing ends
are
when I
no
press E on the
management
final
rails
button,
in
which
there,
I will
so
call out.
You'll have to do it without me. Don't worry though, I'll be watching from back here and help you if needed. Alright, Mel. This is it.
It's up there
This is Aegis'
for reference.
Get ready for this. It
So
won't
I'm
be
going to
without a
line up
fight.
my portal shot while outside of the room,
Detected in quarantine
since, you know,
operations
makes
center.
life easier.
Preparing localized execution procedure.
Well,
Once again, this
seems
is another
like
shot that
moving up the
requires the
security.
whole 3
He
digits
doesn't
of
seem
precision.
to know about the turrets yet. He'll be in for quite a shock. Careful, the water is electrified.
Yep, and remember to be
Damage
careful,
that
the water
pumping
is
up the
electrified.
water did. Almost a quarter of his servers are completely destroyed. Not bad for a simple maintenance core.
Set up for this shot
Anyways,
here.
Try to find a way to the back of the room. There's a turret dispenser over there.
There we go. We're going to jump over to the button. Done. That was time. Let's see, real time. That was a 33:38, which is pretty good. Well, pretty good for essentially a
That
week
seems to
of
be the user
D-Rust.
control interface. You can control its entire functions from here. I
But
can
yeah,
walk
that
you
is
through
Portal
some of what
Stories
you
Mel.
need to do. First things
If you
first,
haven't played it,
stop
I know
the
I
toxic
skipped
goo from
nearly all the
pumping up.
puzzles.
We should be able
So,
to contain it and test shot tornadoes.
puzzle-wise, still pretty blind if you've never played it. The mod is free if you own Portal 2. I highly recommend you play it. It is an extremely good mod.
Before shutting this
Still
thing
holds
down
up nearly 10 years
completely,
later.
remember that there
Yeah,
was a
if you're
third
interested in
target it was
Portal 2
trying to
speedruns
take
at all
out?
after seeing that, you could check out our
We're
Discord
not
server,
free
discord.gg/p2sr.
unless you can tell me
Not
otherwise.
only
Try
do
to
we
see what you can
speedrun
do.
the base game and this,
Type,
there are also people that speedrun
pin
pretty much every other mod that has ever
target
existed
underscore
for Portal 2,
list.
including the obscure ones, including the bad ones, including
Am I reading
the
this
good
right?
one, which
Was
is this.
thing trying to destroy
Pretty much everything
her?
involving Portal 2.
It was targeting
Discord.gg/p2sr. If you liked me, you can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/jfcg. I stream, honestly, I stream Trackmania a lot more than I stream Portal, but still me, still content. With that, that's pretty much all I have. I think the next run is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, so hope you all enjoy that. I'll see you all sometime whenever the next event is.
Back in power.
Bye-bye.
How could we